Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back in the BMW M2 for yet another track guide. This time it's at Ledenon, and I'm redoing it because obviously they updated the track limits a few seasons ago, so anything older than about 6 months ago is incorrect. If you're new to my channel, we do a hot lap, a breakdown, then we're back in the cockpit one final time with the driving line on. Let's go. Here we are smashing it down the main straight, and we're looking for these cones. Now on the right side we brake initially up to about 15-20%, and we're just holding it there. We go down to third gear. We want a nice wide entry as we come to turn 3. I'm going to cut that corner, back on the gas. We're now going to cut the corner going through 4, braking really hard into 5 with a sharp trail off all the way down to second gear, trying to hook that right hand tyre down on the apex. Back over to the right hand side for a corner that's really tricky to gauge the braking marker, and again long trail off down to second gear. Some people prefer third, but watching my guide I do second. Back over to the left hand side looking for the start of that sand, and we go on the brakes, on the gas in fourth gear, nice wide entry. This time I do leave it in third gear, back on the gas nice and early, trying not to get that wheel spin. Head over to the right hand side, up to fourth gear. Now we're going to do a little lift, and now once again not too heavy on the brakes, dropping it down to second gear, getting the car turned in. Absolutely flat as we go through there, and then now we're going to grip up and go flat through here. Now we're going to brake really hard and long down to second gear, using the camber on the gas. Head back over to the left hand side to shorten the track, and over across the line we go in a 1:28.8. Right, we have the breakdown lap coming up next. Ah, you're still here. Brilliant. Let's do the breakdown. Right, first braking marker. So you see these cones coming up on the right hand side. So just as we get to them, so the end of the concrete wall, then we get off the gas and we get on the brakes. So only up to, initially it was like 18% there. I'm just holding it around there. Now, it's hard to see with the sun where it is, but I'm actually over the curb here. So for the second sort of apex, I drop it down to third. I go slightly harder on the brakes. And again, just holding it. I'm trying to get to the outside of the corner. Tiny little bit more brake to get that nose turned in. And now, basically, as soon as I can see that 5G antenna or whatever it is up ahead of me, that's when I start getting back on the gas, up to 100% by the time I'm facing over here, cutting that corner. And this is quite tricky, so to gauge where we're going to start braking. But basically, about 2 car lengths ahead of where I am right now, I'm going to jump on the brakes really hard, almost up to 100%. Wipe all that speed off, and we trail it down, as you can see looking at the telemetry graph. Once we get down to the inside curb, where is it? There we go. Immediately straight on the gas. We can't go up to full immediately because you'll not actually do anything, but immediately up to sort of 60%, and then we go up to 100% as we unwind the steering. Now again, this is a very tricky corner to sort of gauge where we're going to brake because there's nothing obvious to look for. But if you've done this 1,000 times in the V already, you'll sort of get an idea. Anyway, it's, again, about 3 car lengths in front of where I am right now. This is what you will see once you're getting on the brakes. So you just got to get a feel for it, unfortunately. Brake up to about 80%, and then, as you can see, with that trail off, classic trail off, down to second gear, back on the gas at the apex. Exit nice and wide, but you've got to keep the left-hand tyres on the white line or to the left of it here. Now we're going to go flat as we go through this bit. I often see people easing off here. Again, you can cut this corner, keeping your right-hand tyres on the track. So on this one, if you are an aficionado of the driving line, I just had a look at it. The driving line makes it look like you can go a lot further to the left than you actually can. So again, you've got to keep your right-hand tyres to the right of this white line. And our braking marker is going to be the start of the sandy gravel patch on the left-hand side. So as you can see, we're initially going on the brakes up to about 35%. We're going to trail that off, and then we're virtually not on them when we're at the apex. Now I'm going to get back on the gas in fourth gear. Fourth gear, though, very important. nice wide entry, and if I just rewind it very slightly, so the last storm drain on the left-hand side, or the second last if you're going to include that very, very last one, is where our braking marker is. We brake up to about 80-85%, trail that off, and now we're getting back on the gas in third gear, and I get my right-hand tyre right onto the curb here. Head back over to the right-hand side, and now we turn in flat, but we do a lift and a tiny dab on the brakes at the apex. And again, just sort of feathering the brakes and the gas here, just trying to get the car slowly turned in. I drop it down to second, picking back up on the gas at the apex. Cut this corner massively. And this one. Right, now we're going to stop braking about midway between where I am now, which is just after coming off the curbing on the left-hand side that we've just been through, and the green curbing up ahead. So as you can see, I get all that braking done, still holding it. Then I trail it off once I'm over that sort of second curbing area. Down to second gear, picking back up on the gas at the apex. And that is the breakdown lap, almost complete. It's fairly straightforward. Got one final version coming up next with the driving line on, but without me talking, so I hope you enjoyed it.